Welcome back to Shirley Aquatics Reptiles, guys. Thank you very much for joining us once again. Let's see what we got on the books today, shall we? They're tearing it down behind me. They're herding up the animals, they're moving them back to their farm, so those animals will be less stressed, and that means my animals are going to be less stressed. Thank you so much. It's been 2 weeks of dear God. But you know, I think everybody's made it all right. How are we doing, guys? We good? Hold up. Good? 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 We good? I think we're good. Let's go and check everybody else. In all fairness, the big uns didn't do too well out here with, oh God, must have been 1,000 to 2,000 people a day, probably more than that of a weekend actually, now I think about it. They really struggled to the point where my big girl Agnes, we all know Agnes, she is a violent terrorist at the best of times, but she started beating up the little guys, the little Hermans, to the point where I had to build a little fence to stop Agnes getting to the little ones, because she kicked the life out of them. Not literally the life, but there was bits flying everywhere. It was awesome. A lot of fun. In the room, not really any better. Was pretty traumatic for a lot of the animals. Like our breeding boy Grebo. There he is in all his glory. He was stressed, violently head bobbing, desperately trying to attack little people, big people, me. It's cool. One of his many girlfriends, Chubby, next door, she is currently still in the process of trying to figure out what in the hell it all was. She didn't understand it at all, and she really did struggle a lot, to the point of we actually closed the room. Oh Lord, couple of 3 times over the holidays, just for the sheer volume of people were stressing the animals out. Big old Theodore, look at that little mush. I mean, look at that little mush. How could anybody think that that guy is anything but a moron? Because you are. The bestest boy, the friendliest boy, the nicest snake I have ever known, ever. And he was panicking. He was ripping his stuff down. He was trying to get out. He broke the glass down. He really did not like the crowds. Another reason that we shut it down. A lot of the little guys and a lot of the more shy species that we have, for example, the tokays, they disappeared from sight. They just ducked down. They fared quite well. They hid and did nothing. Just went, nah, not today, not happening. But it was still, you could see it. Like we'd still see our tokays popping up every now and again. For example, today's a bit quieter, and our male has just disappeared behind to sit with the eggs. Yes, sit with the eggs. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. A lot of the animals struggled. Gizmo, whose former house is now completely empty, had to be moved, and I didn't want to do this, but I didn't have a whole lot of choice. She is now up here and throwing herself on the floor again. She was that traumatized with people banging glass. I mean, as much as we tried to stop it, there was no one stopping the people. It was carnage, and the animals paid for it in every sense of the word. We didn't lose anybody this year. Last year we did unfortunately lose a couple of baby bearded dragons just from stress and people. And what do? You know, last time we tried to charge people through the door, kicked off. Last time I shut the room, it kicked off. Yesterday we were closed for the entire day. I shut the room completely. I was available out front. My colleagues were in here taking care of the animals and assessing who was bad or really bad. And still with people, I brought my children to see the snakes. I was like, okay, well, what do you want to buy? How can I help you? And they were like, oh, I don't want to buy anything. I was like, well, okay. When you go to Tesco's, they've just released some new bread. Much more interesting. As a parent myself, I completely understand, and I get it. Like Easter holidays, not a lot going on, not a lot to do. Let's go wander around. Let's go see this. Let's go do that. But I'm not going to let my animals suffer for the entertainment of your children. That's not something that we support, and that's certainly not something I'm going to advocate anywhere, anytime, ever. Anyway, enough of me moaning. We're on to the fun things. So next week, hopefully, crap load of animals coming in. We need them because everything's sold, which isn't a bad thing. They've gone to good homes, responsible people. It's brilliant. Our breeding efforts continue with Northern Velvets. My little baby's in there. We've currently got one little hatchling out, and we've got one little hatchling trying to come out. He's having a bit of a scrap with his egg, but I think he'll win. He's doing well. Cresties, they are popping out eggs. I've developed it's like a high nesting box. It's almost, I did some research on crested geckos in their natural environment, and real eye opener for me. I mean, we all know temperature ranges, we all know humidity levels, we all know dietary requirements, we all know UV requirements. Sound, no problem. But when you look into the actual natural history of the animal, it's a real game changer. I'm looking at doing that with various other species this year, just to try and get a bit more natural kind of way of doing things for these little guys, because the animals we breed, we should have the best care for them. We like to think we do, but this isn't the be all end all. I don't know everything. I'm always learning something. I'm always trying something new. So a bit more research into the species, and we'll see what we can see. These little terrors, some of my absolute favourites at the minute. And I don't know if we can see anybody. Can we see anybody? Is there anybody? There is nobody. There is nobody. But there is lots and lots of tadpoles. Lots of tadpoles. We've got, guesstimating in the little pond that I've built into this setup, about 20 tadpoles, give or take. Some of them got little back legs on them. Some of them have got little front legs on them too. Some of them are so small you can barely see them. But behind my desk, I've got another 30 at the moment, and another batch of developing eggs. There's lots of them. I'm so excited to get them out of the water. It's something magical. You go from little blob of jelly, little tadpole, little free swimming tadpole, to big tadpole, to tadpole with legs, to tiny little froglet that somehow reabsorbs its tail and kickstarts its lungs. It's bizarre. It is bizarre. The life cycle is phenomenal. To be a part of it and actually help cultivate it is something really special, something we're really looking forward to. And I'm hoping that this colony is going to be with us for many, many, many years. That means two things. Phantasmal dart frogs will become a staple again in our local area, because they seem to have disappeared a little bit. No one seems to be doing the phantasmals anymore, or at least in number. And it'll also mean that, being as we're producing our own and we've got that many of them, they're not going to be 85, 90 quid each. They're going to be a lot cheaper than that. And this is going to be the little froglet's house. I've got to build heating into it yet because it's still a little bit chilly, but the house itself, it's pretty much set. It's growing in, it's doing everything it should. It's going to be full bioactive. There's going to be a full colony of isopods in there. There's going to be a full colony of springtails in there. It's so exciting, so exciting. We have various other little projects going on at the moment as well, including our growing isopod and pink dragon millipede colonies. And honestly, they've really taken off. Like, the milkbacks have gone insane. The white crystals, we've started calling them crystal meths because the white sharks, unbelievable little Kabara species. They just look amazing. They're so pretty. You kind of see them and go, oh, that's amazing. And we've got a colony and we're breeding them up. And they are currently retailing for, I believe it's £35 for 10. So ours aren't going to be that expensive either. Just like the pandas, which are currently retailing for £30 for 10, as are on our shelf for £9.99. And there's more than 10 in each one because neither myself nor my colleagues can count. So it works out quite well for you, the customer. It works. It does work. Everything's going quite well insofar as breeding goes. Even the razorback musk turtles have started producing eggs now, so it's all coming together very slowly. Hopefully I'm going to be doing a couple of videos soon detailing how to build this and how to do that, and just kind of giving you our take. And again, I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything, but I know bits and pieces that do work and some bits and pieces that don't. So keep watching us, guys. Thank you for tuning in. As always, I'll see you on the next one.